Hey, what is up, everybody? I am here to give you my WWE Friday Night Smackdown review for May 7th, 2015. I'm not going to take any notes on the show. I'm just going to make small videos, and when it goes to commercial, I will cover it, and then when it goes cover it during the commercials. I have it paused right now, so yeah, I recorded this from Friday. I'm back doing SmackDown reviews. I haven't done one in a while. I don't even remember the last one that I've done. But the reason why I haven't been doing them is because I've been doing the Massasoit. By the way, if you see like flashes, by the way, it's because this light right here has been like really weird. It's flickers now, so that's why. That's like the only light I have in this room. So, but anyhow, I've been doing it on the Massasoit Wrestling Corner, which you can click up here to check out. I'm gonna post the link right there when I get the opportunity. But anyhow, let's just get right into it. Um, so for commentary, and by the way, I didn't do it for the first two commercials because I was on the friend talk. I was on the phone. Yeah, I was on my friend talking on the phone. No, I was on the phone talking. No, I was gonna say actually, I was gonna say I was on my friend talking on the. I was on the friend talking on. I don't even know. But anyhow, I was on the phone talking to my friend, and I just didn't. So I originally started taking notes. So I'm just gonna read them off real quick. So on commentary, we have Byron Saxton, Tom Phillips, and Jerry the King Lawler. I originally thought we were just gonna get Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips, but because there was no Jerry the King Lawler, and I was like, oh, these guys suck. But Jerry the King Lawler was in the win, so that made me happy. And he brings out Ken Barrett, and he says he congratulates him on winning the kin of the win, and he says from one kin to another. And then Barrett says, "What in what world are we both kin? There's only one kin in the WWE, and that's me." He tells Jared the Kin Lawler to say all hail Ken Barrett. Jared the Kin Lawler refuses, and he says that this interview is over. He's about to lay him out with the bull hammer, and then Dolph Ziggler comes out and says that he's not acting like the kin, he's acting like a Renaissance something. I don't remember what he said. And this leads to a match. I thought it was a nice solid match. Barrett destroys Ziggler throughout the first half of the match with suplexes, and then Ziggler makes a comeback. He hits the Faymaster, and Barrett had first hit the Wasteland, which looks sick, and then Ziggler hit the Faymaster, and Sheamus came in, broke it up, which caused Ziggler to win by DQ, and Barrett and Sheamus beat down Ziggler. Um, Barrett hits a big boot on him, and they tie him up in the ropes, and then Neville runs out and fights them both off, and then they go to commercial, and then it leads into a tag team match between Neville and Ziggler versus Sheamus and Ken Barrett. I thought it was a solid tag team match. Barrett and Sheamus destroy Neville throughout much of the match, and then Neville tags in Ziggler for a hot tag. He goes off on Barrett, and then Neville dives on Sheamus. And then Barrett tries to roll up Ziggler and put his feet on the ropes, but Neville takes his feet off the ropes, which looked cool. And then Ziggler hits a zigzag on Barrett for the win. So Ziggler and Neville go over here. I was fine with this. This is probably going to lead to two matches at Payback between Ziggler and Sheamus and Neville and Barrett. And then Dean Ambrose gets interviewed by Renee Young, his girlfriend. I think it's just so awkward to see that I know they're dating. And when every time they do an interview segment together, I just like picture like them having like a sparkle in their eye. I just really do. Anyhow though, she asked what his odds are for the saying like you have a 1 in 4 odds of walking out of Payback with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But Dean Ambrose says he's not really into math and science or anything like that. He said the only thing that he needs is chaos, because if you add chaos to the mix, it cancels out all math and mathematics. And he says he's looking forward to the contract signing for the chaos. And that was really the end of the promo. I thought it was solid. SmackDown's actually been pretty solid so far. I liked the stuff. I liked the tag team match and with Ziggler and Neville versus Barrett and Sheamus. The one-on-one match was pretty good. And the interview with Ambrose was pretty good. So I'm enjoying SmackDown so far. It's been pretty solid. And I'll come back when there's more stuff to talk about. Alright, so now we get Luke Harper versus Fandango. I thought the match was pretty solid. It wasn't like a long match or anything, but it was solid. Fandango hits a good tornado DDT, and Luke Harper just gets right back up, and he hits a super kick in the clothesline for the win. And then afterwards, then it gets really good. Eric Rowan comes out of nowhere. And he acts like he's going to have a face-off with Luke Harper. But then he attacks Fandango and he hits a phone house and slam on him, and then leaves. And then you see Luke Harper just staring at Eric Rowan's mask. So I don't know if they're gonna reform Luke Harper and Eric Rowan again and have them be a tag team again, which I think would be pretty cool, or what. But we're gonna have to find out. But I actually thought this was some good shit. It makes me wonder what's gonna happen. They're gonna probably do something with this tomorrow on Raw. I hope, anyways. Because I thought this was some good shit. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty solid. All right, so now we get Lana in the ring, and she's about to introduce Rusev, but the fans are chanting for, and they say thank you, and then she says, "Do not cheer for me," because it angers Rusev. So then Rusev comes out, kicks Lana to the back, and says that he showed Sami Zayn mercy, and he says that he's going to use that as John Cena's weakness, because he's going to make John Cena scream, "I quit" at Payback. And he challenges to have John Cena meet with him face to face in the ring, and then that was pretty much the end of the promo. I thought it was a fine promo, though. I don't think Rusev isn't a good talker, so I think this is fine for what it was. Just keep it short, What do we get next? Oh, we got I got to talk about the commentary for the show. It's so freaking bland. You have Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips, who are so bland. They're trying to promote the WWE Network, and they have the most blandest people doing it. At least with JBL and Michael Cole, they can at least get me excited for it. Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton just can't do that. Jerry the King Lawler is doing a decent job, but it seems like he's just given up now. He just completely gave up. He's trying to have some spice into it. And they're like, oh, you can watch that too. It's just, they need to do something. They need to up the commentary for SmackDown. What I think should happen is if you should have Michael Cole, Jerry the King Lawler, and William Regal do Raw, and you have JBL, Renee Young, and Corey Graves do SmackDown. Get rid of everybody else. Have Byron Saxton do the backstage interviews. I do think that's what Byron Saxton is good at, but that's just me. So then Renee Young interviews Roman Reigns, and she talks about how Roman Reigns has a history with all of these guys that are in the Fatal 4-Way match. And Roman Reigns even talks about he's feuded with Randy Orton since day one. He says he doesn't like Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose is his brother, but Dean Ambrose is willing to do whatever it takes to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And he says at Payback he's going to win the biggest fight ever brought in a championship match. And then that was pretty much the end of the promo. I thought this was pretty solid stuff, though. I didn't really mind any of this stuff in SmackDown. It's just the commentary is really terrible. Okay. So you're probably wondering why I'm in a different scenery now. Well, that's because I finished the show. I just got really tired. And I really didn't feel like just doing it after every commercial. I just wanted to finish the show. I just had to. I wasn't bored of the show or anything. I think I was just tired from being at the beach all day. So that probably took a toll on me. But anyhow, it might be midnight. It might be the next day, by the way, by the time I get this video. So I want to say once again for the last time, I hope all you mothers out there had a happy Mother's Day. And yeah. I hope you guys had a happy Mother's Day. So I just watched the rest of the show, though, and I just took notes on it, so I'm just going to read my notes. We get the New Day, which it consists of Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. I just skipped their entrance now. I just hate them that much. They fucking suck. This group could have been something, but the fucking Kevin Dunn and the Vince McMahon just dropped the fucking ball with it like they dropped the ball with everything. But they went up against Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, and they were going to have like a mystery partner, and that mystery partner ended up being Ryback, and they had Natalya in their corner. I really like this 6-man tag team match, not going to lie. Even though I hate the New Day, the wrestling ability is really solid. They all do like a suplex to the New Day, which I think is cool. They did it to each individual one. Tyson Kidd did a flip dive onto Xavier Woods, and then Cesaro dove right under Kofi Kingston. I thought that was sick. And then the New Day dominate and destroy Tyson Kidd for a while. And then Ryback gets the hot tag. He starts going off on Kofi Kingston. and then he tags in Cesaro, and he starts going off on Kofi Kingston. Um, um, Tyson Kidd gets on Cesaro's shoulders, and Cesaro starts walking with him, and then Tyson Kidd does an elbow off Cesaro. I thought that was sick. Ryback just takes out Big E with a shoulder block on the outside, and then Ryback's going after Xavier Woods, and then Bray Wyatt's thing goes off, and then when it comes back on, we don't see any sight of Bray Wyatt, and this throws Ryback's game off, and Big E just takes him out, and then Cesaro takes out Big E with a tornado DDT, and then Cesaro gets taken out, and then Tyson Kidd takes out Xavier Woods, and then Kofi Kingston beats Tyson Kidd with the roll-up. I was very pissed that the New Day won because I don't like the New Day, but I thought it made sense that they lost because of the whole Bray Wyatt thing, I guess. So then Randy Orton gets interviewed. He says he is gonna take everybody out that he possibly can to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And he says in the contract signing tonight, someone might possibly might not even make it to Payback. So then we get Emma versus Naomi with Tamina Snuka ringside. Naomi and Tamina Snuka cut one of those video promos that you would see before a match. And they say that Naomi says that all the beautiful divas are taking her spotlight and they've forgotten what she's capable of. And then Tamina Snuka says that everybody's forgot. Since I've been gone so long, everybody's forgotten what I'm capable of. And the match was pretty long. I don't really think it needed to be that long. Because Naomi just pretty much squashes Emma here. She wins with the review, and then afterwards, Tamina Snuka and Naomi beat her up, and then Tamina hits a super kick on her. I'm still hoping for that hope that they do something with this group. I think they could bring in the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, to join up with Naomi and Tamina Snuka. And if they want to turn Roman Reigns heel, the perfect way would be is to have Roman Reigns be like the leader of this group, and you can create the Samoan dynasty because they've been talking about the Samoan family, and you can really do something with this group. You have Roman Reigns be the leader as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. The Usos are the WWE Tag Team Champions, and you can put the Divas Championship on Naomi. So I think this could be something if done properly. This could be some good shit, and I'm actually enjoying it so far. So then Seth Rollins gets interviewed. He talks about how he's the reason he's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion and how Kane's irrelevant. I thought it was a fine segment. And then we get the Los Matadors, which is Diego and Fernando, with El Torito versus the Lucha Dragons, which is Kalisto and Sin Cara. I really liked this match. It was really good. The Los Matadors try to pick up Sin Cara and like throw him, but then Sin Cara counters and arm drags one of the Matadors outside the ring. And then Sin Cara tries to do like a head scissors, and one of the Matadors just hits a wicked super kick on him, which was cool. And behind the referee's back, El Torito jumps and does a Cena Senton right onto Sin Cara, and they dominate Sin Cara for a while. And then Sin Cara takes out one of the Matadors, and Kalisto gets the hot tag, hits a crossbody, that kick to the head move, a head scissors, and he just starts going off on one of the Matadors. And Sin Cara tried to dive right through Kalisto right onto one of the Matadors, and he kind of botched it because I think he caught himself on the ropes, which was cool. And then one of the Matadors hits a powerbomb and tries to roll him up, but then Kalisto kicks out. And then eventually he tags in Sin Cara. He tries to go for a swanton, but that Matador moves out of the way. And then Sin Cara beats one of the Matadors with a roll-up, and the Lucha Dragons get the victory. Afterwards, the Matadors are upset they lost, and one of them shoves El Torito. So I'm wondering if they're going to turn the Lost Matadors back into Epico and Primo, and they're just going to be fed up that they lost, and they're just going to take out the Bull. If they could get Carlito to come back, this could be another big group if you do Carlito, Primo, and Epico. But I don't think that they'll do that. I don't even know if Carlito even wants to come back to WWE, but that's a topic for another time. So now we get on to the WWE Fatal 4-Way contract signing, with the host being Corporate Kane, and we have the participants of Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins doesn't go to the ring, though, because obviously he's afraid because everybody that's in the ring hates him. So Dean Ambrose makes fun of him, says, "Hey, Justin Bieber, get in the ring now, and so we can kick your ass." And Seth Rollins makes fun of everybody.
He makes fun of Dean Ambrose. He makes fun of Roman Reigns, says he can't cut a promo by saying he can't complete a sentence. And Roman Reigns says that he is going to beat up Seth Rollins at Payback and take his championship. He signs the contract. And Randy Orton says that we're all just here for one reason, for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He signs the contract. And Dean Ambrose says he's going to drag Seth Rollins' lifeless body to the ring to sign the contract. And then Ambrose signs the contract. And then Seth Rollins says, well, Kane can sign the contract for me because he's director of operations. And Kane says that since you call me irrelevant, he says that he's going to sign it because the only way that Kane really can sign it is if Seth Rollins is unable to show up. So since Seth Rollins looks fine, he has him show up. And then Seth Rollins tries to poke fun at everybody, tries to get everybody to hate each other by having him say, well, Roman Reigns used to say you were the crazy... Roman Reigns used to say that Dean Ambrose was the crazy one of the Shield, and Ambrose and Reigns said that the only reason that Randy was in the WWE is because of who his family is. And I just thought it was good stuff. So Rollins signs the contract. Rollins and Kane start arguing, and then Ambrose goes after him. He throws Joey Mercury on a table. Everybody just starts fighting. Ambrose throws a chair right into Jamie Noble's head, and then he dives on Kane and Rollins. He goes right after Seth Rollins. Kane tries to choke slam Ambrose, but Reigns hits a Superman punch on him. And then Ambrose is trying to go after Rollins. And then Reigns accidentally tries to spear Rollins, but he almost spears Ambrose. And then Rollins drop kicks Reigns into Ambrose. And then Randy Orton tries to RKO Rollins, but he escapes. And then Ambrose and Reigns start arguing. Orton hits an RKO on it. Ambrose, Roman Reigns hits a Superman punch on Orton. And then Rollins hits a high knee and a super kick on Reigns to lay him out because he obviously can't do the curb stomp because it's fucking banned. But that was the end of the segment. Overall, I thought it was a solid segment. It was pretty good. I really like the contract signing. That's what I like about Rollins being WWE World Heavyweight Champion is you can build up SmackDown using that title, and it will make people want to tune into Thursday Night SmackDown. Overall, I thought SmackDown was actually pretty good this week. I give it a 7 out of 10. The only reason that I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 is I liked everything on the show, but the commentary really sucked on the show, and that just kind of hurt my enjoyment because fucking Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips need to get off commentary. But other than that, that was my review of SmackDown. I'm going to go to bed now. That's probably also what hurt my enjoyment was because I was kind of tired watching the show. So it was commentary and me not being wide awake. But that's pretty much it, guys. You can click right here to subscribe, and I will be back at some point tomorrow to give you another video. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.